Today, I want to explain to you guys what I think is the most effective counterpunch, and then I want to go through, after explaining why it's the most effective, I want to show you guys the drilling that I like to utilize to make sure I'm able to block punches and fire back with a shot as quick as possible. Now, the punch I'm talking about is the lead hook. For me, that is the go-to one that I think everybody should work on perfecting to make sure that they can blast shots back after getting punched at. So wow, it's been a bit of a day for me. Got my good training session in this morning, pad work, went to the track, did a run, lots and lots of laps around, did a whole bunch of what I thought was recording, explaining to you guys my routine, and then came back home and realized I did not push the record button. I hate when that happens. But then even worse, I just filmed this episode, went downstairs to start editing it, and realized the audio for some reason was off and there was no sound out of the right speaker. So I'm back up here doing it again. For the sake of time and my energy for training tomorrow, I'm going to do this in one straight shot. This is just going to be like me teaching. I might make some mistakes, take some pauses, so bear with me, but I just don't have time to edit a full episode tonight. Now, we are talking about the best counterpunch you can possibly throw, in my opinion, and it's the lead hook. Now, I'm probably a little bit not jaded, but I have a preference to this one because this is already my favorite punch to throw offensively. I throw the body hook very often off my combos, and at head level, I like to come from body to head or just to follow up with the left hook at the end of every combo, pretty much. So this is already my punch of preference. It makes sense that it's my counter punch of preference, but I want to explain to you guys why I think it is probably the punch for everybody else. Now, let's go through all the possible counter shots when somebody's throwing at you. If I'm in the fray, somebody's swinging away at me and I'm guarded up tight and I throw my jab, to me, that is just not going to have enough power behind it. The jab, in my opinion, is one of the weakest punches, and it has a massive place in fight sports, no doubt. One of the best punches, but it's not that shot that you want to throw to break somebody's attack. You have to hit them with something hard. So I eliminate the jab as a great counterpunch. The cross is very nice, but because of the rotation of the body, pretty much any rotation off the back arm, uppercut, hook, or straight punch, it's just that much slower than the lead arm, in my opinion. So that's one of the reasons that I prefer the lead hook over anything off the back arm. Now, we could go, what about the uppercut? Because I've been working that lots in this camp. Somebody's in, they're throwing big shots, and I can get a little uppercut in. But when I throw a proper power uppercut, I need to bend my knees and then raise out to get that power to match the lead hook. But when you're throwing the counter shot, in my opinion, you do not have time for that. You have to actually get the drop and lift out to potentially knock them down, and they might be gone by that point or already stringing together more punches. So for me, that leaves me basically with the lead hook. I find that it is really easy to get a lot of power just with a simple rotation, even though the shoulder's already in front. And because it's in front, I have a whole bunch of power and speed that I can get off that arm. The speed here is just so fast. I can just be there and just quick little motion, but still drop people, or at least shock them with the speed of that counterpunch and the power, and enough so that they don't want to continue with their combination. Now, before we move on to how you can drill this, I want to thank the sponsor of this episode, XMartial. They have some fantastic gear they've sent over to me. I love the logo. Kind of reminds me of something like a pirate logo with the skull and the little crosses through it. Anything that you guys want in the martial arts industry, pretty much, they sell. You want gloves? They've got it. You want the apparel? They've got it. You want some training gear, some items to help you improve reflexes or strength? They have it. You can head over to XMartial.com and use the promo code Gabriel Varga to get yourself 10% off. This company has been fantastic to work with. Every bit of gear they've sent me, I absolutely love it. Head over, check out their website, and I'm sure you'll find something that you are happy to add to the martial arts collection of gear you already have. Now, let's move on and talk very quickly about what I like to do to make sure I'm able to actually execute the lead hook, because it's good to be fantastic at offense and it's good to work the defense. But there's that middle ground where somebody attacks you, you're on the defense, and then you switch to offense. It's that timing, that ability to tighten the body as you're taking shots and then to relax and throw your own shot, which is very difficult. And it's not just going to happen. You're not just going to one day be sparring and be like, boom, okay, I've got it. No, you have to drill at home and really build up the muscle memory into what you need to actually do to execute. So what we want to start with is very simply, let's go right hand for you guys, is going to be the blocking arm, and the left one is going to be the counter arm. And we're just going to stand here and we're going to block, little turn of the shoulders if you want, block and tighten. And you have to tighten because when somebody hits you, there's that impact. If you're loose, you're just going to get jostled out of the way. So you have to tighten on impact, then relax as quick as you can, and fire back with your lead hook. And you want to do this about 10 times as quick as you can. I'm going to do 3 with you guys right now. If you want to jump up and give it a shot, you go for it. And then you can throw the other 7 to get the full 10 as I continue talking. So we're moving around. You're just ready. And 3, 2, 1. Boom. And again, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. I feel a little tight and sluggish after all the hours of training today, but you get the idea. Now, what you're going to find is if you just drill like this, you will get better at the motion, but it's not really the same because you're thinking about what's coming ahead of time. Like when I give you the countdown, 3, 2, 1, you're like, okay, I know exactly what's coming and when it's time to go. What we want to do is we want to just shadow. You want to just start throwing punches together and don't go, okay, in 5 seconds, I'm going to block the shot and come back with my own, or block the shot, come back with my own. You just spur of the moment, go now. And that's when you fire it. So if I was doing shadow, I'm not thinking right now anything except boom. Okay. Move around a little bit more, fire some shots. Boom. And that's just me going right in the moment. Right now, I have to move. You block the shot, you tense, and then you throw the counter. And this is the next very important step to developing that lead left hook or right hook for the southpaws out there. And keep in mind that this lead arm hook is not just going to work off this side where we block a left hook into the left hook. It can be off anything. You need to practice blocking an uppercut, boom, blocking a hook, boom, blocking a jab, longer hook counter. Block off this side. The arm that you're going to punch with gets hit, you fire back. That one is spectacular because when somebody throws the right hook and you block it, you can get your left hook on the inside of their arm as they pull it back. If you do this type of drilling, you're going to notice a world of difference when you start sparring and you have to throw those counter shots back. It's always the difficulty of opening up and being able to be relaxed enough and fast enough to hit somebody just after they hit you. But I guarantee you, once you can start doing that, people are much more hesitant to let their combinations go. And when people do not want to throw combinations on you, or they get a little bit nervous, that's when you really start to take over. You can really dominate sparring matches, or even better, matches in the ring when you're actually fighting. Kickboxing, MMA, boxing, karate, Muay Thai, it does not matter. Having a counter shot, a go-to counter shot, is going to make a world of difference. My favorite is the lead hook. You guys might have a different one, but try the drilling I mentioned today. See how it works out for you, and I hope that it makes a difference. I've been getting lots of fantastic messages from people saying they went into a gym, kickboxing gym for the first time, and the coach was like, wow, you're really good. And then they tell them, yeah, I've been working on this YouTube channel, learning the technique. And I get this nice message saying that I'm helping people before they've even gone to the gym. getting this solid technique. So it means a lot to me when I hear that. I appreciate all the messages. Guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like. If you have not already, join the channel, get subscribed. Train hard, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.